So yeah, it's crazy that there was an attack on the city this morning.
Yep.
And already people were out like living life.
And so, Michael, why is Russia attacking Lviv?
Lviv, a very safe city in the west of the country, very near the Polish border. It hasn't been attacked much before. One assumes that the Russians are trying to make the point here that nowhere in Ukraine is safe, and that if Moscow can be attacked with drones, albeit ineffectively, they can put a pretty effective attack in on civilian areas of Lviv. Also, other areas were attacked, and I mean, you know, places in the Donbass get attacked regularly. Kramatorsk almost every night, Dnipro almost every night. So it's not unusual, but it's unusual for it to be in Lviv.
It happens on the suburb. I think actually now we have a meeting in the city travel office, and in the afternoon we'll try to drive there and see what happens there.
Okay. Yeah. But all I know is 5 in the morning. I saw you guys. Heard you guys
sleeping.
I was sleeping, and you guys were sleeping in the hallway.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I die, I die. Just a few hours later, people are out. You know, so when people see like, oh, life goes on in Ukraine,
it does.
It does.
All the time.
Like it does. It's not a bad thing. School kids across the street. Okay. So they're behind the scenes, but Orest just ran into a defender, and he's gonna do a little interview.
Hello.
Yeah, good.
Just came from the front line.
Yeah, actually we're preparing to move to the battle line, so we have like 2 days to prepare like our stuff. It's lost. East line.
To the east.
Yeah.
For a push.
Somewhere in the east. So we'll see like the order, when we'll have an order, so we'll know where exactly we are going.
So while Orest is interviewing the soldier who actually just came back from the front lines just for a little rest, I had to pick up some items like drones and things that they need for their team. I noticed these kids, it kind of reminded me of the school kids who were running in Kyiv during the daylight missile attack. Most of the time you don't actually get to see it because almost all missile attacks come at night. Last night it was from 3 a.m. till about 5 a.m. and the kids are at home sleeping, and you can imagine how they react when they hear the air sirens and then explosions over their heads. Like imagine being a parent. I'm not sure how many of you watching or have kids, but imagine being a parent and having your kids scream because the windows are shaking or they're scared or they have to get out of bed and go sleep either in the corridor or even in a shelter somewhere. Like this kind of reminds me of the trams we have in San Francisco or at the zoo. You know, they're just like little kids. They just want to have fun.
2 years of life.
Yeah.
Actually, I was here like 1 or 2 years before the war, and it was such an amazing place. That's why I'm trying to help, however little I can, to bring it back to there, because I want to see Ukraine. I want, selfishly, I want Ukraine to be back in peace again. Yeah, about it as well. Yeah, Johnny, but hi, nice to meet you.
A little bit late, but it was worth it talking to that soldier. And here we are. Ukraine Media Center, Tourism Office. So Orest is meeting with the people from Lviv city government, like the basic tourism office of Lviv. He's going to be arranging another, not a conference, but more of a travel group for Nomad Mania. They're kind of discussing how they're going to get the tourists from Poland to Ukraine since all the airports are closed, and then what kind of excursions and things to kind of show and highlight the culture and beauty of Lviv.
Тому, напевно, нам треба 5 команд по 20 людей. На кожну цю команду.
Nice to see you guys. And how is tourism doing in the city? John, you want to ask something?
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask about this. I know it's possible for tourists to come to Ukraine, especially to Lviv, because it has the easiest border from Poland. All flights are still closed, unfortunately, but it's relatively easy for someone to fly into Krakow, Warsaw, and then come to Ukraine. Is it actually helpful for Ukraine for tourists to come now, especially to Lviv?
Віталік допомагає.
Of course it does, because like they bring money and it's a kind of support for our economy. but there are still very few of them. So we hope to see more people, but we cannot encourage them to come to Ukraine these days, as we are on the official authorities, and we cannot guarantee the safety.
Yes.
But we recommend, if you will follow the security measures, so hopefully, I think nothing will happen.
Well, actually,
you can be a kind of an example.
Yeah.
During
I
this time.
mean, I think of it as the safety-wise of being somewhere like Lviv is very similar to being in like Bali and riding a motorbike. You know, like it's not safe, but people do it because they realize, okay, I want this experience, and I will take the 1% risk. You know, as long as people are aware of that before coming, I think it's okay. My question though is more like my fear is people will come and they will see Lviv is beautiful, everyone is just out having a good time, and maybe they will go home and say, oh, there's no war, you know, because they don't see what is happening in the east, they don't see what happened to the deoccupied places. So that's why I'm always very skeptical about telling people, like, oh, just come to Lviv, even though I think it will help the economy, and if the right people come, they can put a good message out there for the world.
It's quite hard for people to follow our experience here, because we used to live during like almost 2 years in this kind of circumstances. So we are quite flexible. We can have air alert in the night without damaging our buildings, but early in the morning we are doing the ordinary things we used to. And it's like, it looked like the life is normal, but it's normal over our experience.
However, as the unofficial ambassador of the city, I have the authority to invite you to Lviv, guys. And obviously, if you follow like basic, you don't have to follow basic precautions. Like you have just to carry on, and everything will be probably fine over here. Yeah, anyway, we organized already some international events in the city which show that it's possible to come here, and we are organizing in October a big event for travelers together with Nomadmania, portraying Ukraine during this time, you know, and we were going to visit not only Lviv but also Kyiv and Kharkiv to show the different pictures of the country, which is rather an educational visit to provide like an understanding to situation here, and also to show a signal to the entire world that the country is ongoing, it's functioning, and local people are doing their best to keep up. So whenever you are planning to come here, the airports are closed, but there is a way to cross the border landwise and even on foot. I have another video where I showed how does it work technically. And welcome if you manage to come to Lviv. I'll be more than happy to show you around.
I dream for this day, for the airport to... Very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Storage with case.
Oh, yeah, actually, I bought this in Lviv, and everyone in Kyiv is asking where they can buy it.
Oh.
So I said, did you go to Lviv? Okay.
It's a nice office here, right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's
And
like,
it's nice that they are already thinking about how to bring more tourists back to Lviv.
yeah, you can make an honorable speech to the people.
So listen, Lviv is a beautiful city. You need to come visit. It's the best city in Lviv region.
Okay, here. Why didn't you tell in Ukraine?
No, it's like my favorite tourist city in Ukraine.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. So that was fun meeting. So you're organizing an event in Ukraine.
Exactly. So together with Nomadmania, where I'm working as a partner, it's a big online platform for travelers. We are organizing an educational visit to Ukraine in mid-October. So basically, it will take from October 15 until October 22. We plan to visit Kharkiv, Kyiv, and Lviv. People can choose where they want to go, depending how far in Ukraine they want to go. But the entire event is going to be summarized with the official, like a conference ceremony in Lviv in the underground shelter.
So if you guys are a little bit more risk averse, you can come just for the Lviv portion. I've been to this conference. It's the same place where Silicon Curtain was. I know it's safe. Lviv is safe. But I like that you are also including Kharkiv, especially, because people can actually see the devastation that Russia left behind, and also in Kyiv.
we will also, make the chronology kind of like with the topic, so you can roll out the events in Ukraine, starting from the occupied areas that were under occupation, then the frontline city, then the capital, and the protection of Kyiv, and then Lviv, which works as the rear city, as the logistical hub, and connects to the rest of the world. So we have a pretty interesting program behind this, and guys, I hope you will put a link over here. Welcome to join us. This is a life-changing and meaningful experience.
Very cool. I'll put it down below in the description. Okay. Papa. Дякую. By the way, Papa is bye-bye in Ukrainian mova. If you've ever lived in a place that was during war, it's really hard to explain. Like, I never would have thought war feels or looks like this. And yeah, it's true. The front line is on the other side of the country, so it's thousands of miles away. It's like you're in California, and when 9/11 happened in New York, you feel it, but you don't really feel it. But imagine those bombs start falling where you live as well. Yet, life goes on, right? People are still outside. But then you start thinking, oh, it's the other side of the city. It was like 9 kilometers away. That's like 5 miles. We're not that close to it. I'm okay. Until it's your building. Then, it hits your building or your neighbor's building. Like, it's the neighbor's building. I'm okay. Until it hits yours. Then it's too late. Oh, no. Shit. Okay. Fuck, there's so much chaos happening right now. That's our train, actually. We're gonna get on this to meet someone for lunch. On our way, actually.
Catholic church. This is a Catholic church?
Yes.
So this is some procession. Yeah.
I think it's a funeral.
There are so many things happening in Lviv on a small square, like this small area, right?
All the time.
Oh, yeah.
So we are at this restaurant now. We're gonna meet Nick and my friend Chris for lunch before we head out. This place came recommended. It's called 7 Pigs. Hello, Chris. Hello, Nick.
Mongolian warlord is coming.
Be careful.
Well, look who it is.
I'll get half that and I'll get this as well.
Okay, perfect. Then the fisherman's bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. I came down from Estonia with the 20th convoy of NAFO, the 69th Sniffing Brigade, and we delivered a couple of cars to the Armed Forces of Ukraine. We handed them over on Friday morning in Kiev, and on my way back to Estonia, I decided to stay for a couple of nights in Lviv to check out the city, as I haven't been here before. And I must say, this place is beautiful.
Welcome to Old Lviv. Hello guys, from the Cat Cafe here in Lviv. This is my new friend. I think he's a bat actually. He just snuck in here.
He just likes to sit on your shoulder.
Yeah, he likes me. Why? Zachем? Why you like me? Sure.
Look at this amazing architecture of late 19th century with the Ukrainian flag and flag of European Union next to it. Just over the top, you cannot see from here, but there is very important message. Patria decori cibitus educandis. In Latin, which means that the motherland is decorated with educated people. This is one of those principles that we try to hold on to here in Lviv. It's a very well-educated city with many universities. I suggest we check out one of those buildings where people just have a coffee. And let me see if I find my friends over here. No.
Orest.
Oh, you're here, I just found you. Hello.
Nice Orest. What are you doing? Why are you...
I'm doing this. I'm showing around Lviv to Nomadmania users, you know?
Hello Nomadmania, how are you doing? Welcome. Slava Ukraina. Hello.
What are you doing here?
Singing. Karaoke.
No, come on.
By the way, my campaign for 69th Sniper Brigade, it's like 84% finished.
Here's my dog tag.
Yeah.
I'm a supporter of the 69th
Thank you.
Sniffing Brigade.
So, can you tell my audience to hurry up and get us to 100 so you can bring another truck?
Oh, absolutely. I just learned yesterday that you are running a campaign, and I was amazed. This is a really, really good thing because the trucks that we bring, they are individually handed over to certain brigades, and compared to other NGOs and donation collectors, the 69th Sniffing Brigade has zero overhead. Everyone who is involved is not only donating their time, is volunteering, but also bringing their own money. So on my last convoy, that was last year, when things were all still not that organized as they are today, we were just also, as the drivers, paying for the petrol down the way out of our own pockets. Now there's a little bit more of budget coming out of those donations and organizing everything, but I think there is no better way to directly support the brave defenders of this country at the front line.
Dankeschön and Charity 6.
Well, Special Forces Unit thanks our friends from NATO and Charity Fund 69th Sniffing Brigade. Thank you so much for this beautiful and well-equipped pickup truck. It will help us destroy our enemies and save a lot of Ukrainian lives. Glory to Ukraine! Glory to heroes!
So this restaurant is called Seven Pigs, and it's kind of a really cool Cossack theme, Carpathy themed. What kind of theme is this place?
It's just the classic Central Ukrainian, I think, cultural theme. Yeah. So this like shows us like this white, mud.
The pastor, not pastor, the pastor.
And the well, like the decoration is like rather traditional for Kyiv, Poltava region.
Oh, okay, that's cool. And who was it say? Kind of. This is like a poem or something.
The what? Kyiv стилю придає файн. Okay, so it's written that the good owner, like the good household owner, will greet you with bread and salt. Which is a traditional way how Ukrainians greet guests.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Where is it?
Where's our bread and salt? Dear salt. Salt. So I got bogrash and we got the borscht. Traditional. Oh, I also have one of these too. Yeah, I did. And then who else ordered it? Yeah, I don't know, some pork thing with a mushroom top. Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me see what this is, guys. What is this? I don't even break in. What's in there? Whoa. There we go. Śmiesznoho.
Śmiesznoho. Very good.
Oh, beautiful.
That doesn't look
You didn't get the 7 pigs? You just got one pig?
Just one.
Oh, I would have got the 7.
I'll keep ordering every time.
Maybe move it to you. Ще можна водичку для такого, будь ласка.
So you're on a diet, yes? Or is it a budget reason? You spent all the money on fuel to get here. Thank you for your sacrifice. Nick's not sacrificing.
Nick never sacrifices.
Yeah.
Not when it comes to pork.
Really nice.
Yeah, really nice.
Calf, spinach.
What was it? So cabbage roll?
I think it was some liver and
Yes.
Liver.
Oh, no liver.
So I got my vareniki with bacon bits and sour cream. You know, me and Chris are like exact opposites. I took everything that's like really traditional, and he took the fancy. What is it?
it is veal and spinach with cherry sauce. So I usually go for the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yesterday evening I went to an ice cream parlor. I had 3 scoops. One was frappe with coffee. Another one was with poppy seeds and cherry. That's already quite interesting. And the third one I had to ask twice if it's really what I thought it is.
Okay.
It's pear with blue cheese. Yeah. It sounds like, oh my god, no one wants to have that in ice cream, so I had to try it, and it was really amazing.
Good. Oh, nice. I would hate it though. I hate blue cheese. I have fancy dishes. This is a hybrid concali with caviar on it. It's so weird. It's the most traditional restaurant in the world, and you ordered like the most fancy modern dish.
Yeah, it's just spinach pancakes with spinach, salmon, cheese, caviar, and sauce.
Oh my god. So curious how this tastes.
Anyone want to try it?
You can be the guinea pig.
Guinea pig on that one.
Okay. Wow.
Ukrainian concali.
Okay or wow.
No, this is really good.
Yeah.
Here's to an adventurous eater because I wouldn't have tried it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guten Appetit.
is this anything traditional? Or
No,
is it like,
I can tell you right now, it's not traditional. I'm not even from here.
No, this is like some creativity already.
Oof, that was a good meal, guys. The bill was about $2,200, which is $59 for 5 big dudes who ate a lot. That's a pretty good deal. I don't know where in the U.S. you can get a filling meal for about $12 a person. So this is why I like eating in Ukraine.
Yeah.